My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is May 13th, 2023. It is 2:05 a.m. Let's get started. Okay, this one I just saw. It's regarding Meghan supporting a charity for Mother's Day. Okay, so well, we can't really respond to that. I saw it through another tweet, but now I cannot find it. But this one, it's the same thing as the other one. There's a picture she took. And this is the message she said. Hot Mom, that's the charity. As Mother's Day approaches, I can't help but think of my own community of motherhood. I instantly think of you, Meg. How incredibly nurturing and warm and open you are. What an incredible friend and mother. I'm truly in awe of you, and I'm so grateful you are part of my community of motherhood. You are always the first to say yes and support those you love. You are a fierce advocate for those who are in need. Thank you for joining this year's campaign to support LA's expectant and parenting foster youth, which helps provide critical services, education, resources, and advocacy so they can build a better future for themselves and their family. Please join us in this year's special campaign and purchase your t-shirt to support the link and bio. Don't forget to tag Alliance of Moms so we can shout from the rooftop how amazing you all are for supporting this wonderful community of mother. Okay, so she's supporting that. Alright, so there's no comment. Let's go to the next tweet. I just saw it, this and that tweet, and I added to my list. Okay, this is Henry VIII. She actually just tweeted it, well, about an hour or so. Okay, the same Prince William who sent a high-ranking staffer to help a tabloid publisher, that William. So she's retweeted this by Daily Beast. A friend of Prince William told the Daily Beast, quote, I think the family knows he could say anything and no one is looking forward to it. Harry seems to be obsessed by the idea that everyone was in cahoot with the media. Well, the media is saying it in court, so that's where it really matters. So under oath, they're saying exactly what, pretty much confirming what Harry has been saying. Okay, it's supposed to be okay because William is married to a white woman. Okay, Harry doesn't need to hide behind friend and sources and palace aide. William is truly a coward. So let's see what Daily Beast has to say. Okay, I'm not gonna read the article. Okay, just see it mostly for the comment here. Okay, seriously, Daily Beast, you are letting this man write the same articles week in and week out just because he changed about 46 words doesn't make the story new. Okay, I gave up on Tom's side. Sources say William hates Meghan's stories about 3 years ago. He's still at it, I see. Okay, this man writes the same article every week for the Daily Beast. William's friend doesn't have a job. The media used to brag about getting briefing from Prince Harry's family. Tom Sykes needs to F off. Alright, so this is the thing here that the mess is coming from the royal family.
Actually address the fact that much of the negativity towards the couple is coming from within the royal family. The royal family and staff of the royal family are the ones that are very often leaking these stories to the press.
There it is.
Actually,
he was telling the truth. What's his name? Dan Wooten. And now the paper that Harry's suing is saying the same thing in court. So let's go to the next tweet. So this is where my list starts. The first two tweets that I just shared with you, I just added. But this is where my original list started. Okay, let's mute that.
I think that you don't
mute. Come on, okay. Sunny and playing today. She comes for her former employer, CNN and Anderson Cooper, The View. Okay, exactly 2 minutes. I'll be putting screenshot as the video playing.
I think that you don't give a bigot and a racist and a misogynist and a liar and a cheater and a sexual abuser and a defamer a platform of 3 million people. And I'm saddened. I used to work for CNN for quite some time. Anderson Cooper has been my friend for over 20 years, and I'm saddened that he tried to gaslight me yesterday by saying that people are in silos. People aren't living in a silo. They are choosing to listen to the lies or not. 46.9% of people voted for Trump in 2020, but he lost the popular vote by over 7 million people. We know who this man is. We learned who this man is, and we did not need to see what we saw. I think that that town hall will be studied in journalism schools around the country as to what not to do. It was not fact-checked appropriately. I don't believe, again,
the girl tried. Let's give her some
good
credit
enough in that type of situation. Can I just not be interrupted for a second? She didn't have the range. He agreed to the interview because he knew he could steamroll her.
That's not fair.
Jake Tapper would have done a better job. And I will tell you that, remember, Trump walked out of a 60 Minutes interview with Leslie Stahl because she was fact-checking him in real time every single time. It's time for some real introspection at CNN, because I often thought, like Judge Brandeis, the Supreme Court Justice actually Brandeis, that sunlight is said to be the best of disinfectants.
Right.
This time,
but that's what this is.
No, CNN went with Les Moonves. This was a business decision.
Oh.
Les Moonves said this was awful for the country, but it was good for CBS. This was awful for the country. CBS. It was awful for the country, but congratulations, CNN, for making a little bit of money on the backs of our democracy.
Respect.
Whoa. Whoa. I heard about the town hall. Oh, let me stop it. I heard about the town hall, but I didn't bother watching it. I didn't even go back, you know, even after all the noise that were being made about it. I didn't even bother looking because I know he's not going to say anything that will make me smile or anything like that. I know he's fully negative, so I didn't even bother looking for it. But I've heard the noise surrounded that town hall thing that Trump did. Okay, let me read what's there and then move on. Okay, I don't get the outrage. Folks should hear the lies loud and clear. Well, a lot of people believe the lies and make decision based on that. Okay, sometimes the decision that they made are really hurting the country. Okay, it's too bad she can't make her point without tearing another woman who frankly did what she could down. Super arrogant. No, because she was trying to make a point where I've seen this in a lot of talk show. When someone is really trying to make a point, they keep on interrupting her. Okay, not just her, just in general, a very good point, and then the person missed the point that she was trying to make, or he. Okay, but this is what they were trying to do here, because she was trying to get to her point and they were trying to interrupt her, and she said, please stop interrupting me, let me finish with my point. Okay, I could listen to Sunny all day. 100% agree with at Sunny, my tweet yesterday. Okay, the issue isn't if Trump should be covered, it's how. This was a case study and how not to cover him. Assuming the goal is to give viewers factual information, CNN fell at that last night, which was 100% predictable. If network doesn't course correct, the true goal will be clear: money. I don't know. I didn't watch it, so I can't really make any comment, but I've heard the noise though. I still don't want to watch it. Next tweet. Now we're getting to Harry and Meghan. Okay? And Prince Harry, the male publishers have finally met their match, says Juliet Shaw. Guest blog from Juliet Shaw. Come on, okay. I post this on my community board. I didn't read it. I will make... let me click on it and see what... How long is it? It's not that long, but let me see. Why and Prince Harry, the male publisher, have finally met their match. Okay, by Juliet Shaw. As Prince Harry continues his court battle with the British media, Associate newspaper awaits the result of its own case. The Duke of Sussex action against the publisher of the Daily Mail and Mail on Sunday and Mail Online is being considered by Mr. Justice Nickling, with a decision expected in the coming weeks. This high-profile case has the potential to expose a rotten culture at the core of the UK's most complained about newspaper publisher. The judge, who heard argument from both sides in March, will decide whether the claim brought by Harry, together with Baroness Doreen Lawrence, OBE, Sir Elton John and David Furnish, Elizabeth Hurley, Sadie Foss, and ex-Lib Dem MP Sir Simon Hughes, should proceed to trial. Okay, so this is what was happening this week. Alright, they were hearing their case to see if it was necessary, they have enough information to bring it to trial. And this time, the case won't just decide whether a headline-grabbing article breached the law, as in the successful claim brought by Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. Neither is it a self-serving action to protect the privacy of rich celebrities. If Mr. Justice Nicol dismisses the application to strike out the claim, the trial will examine the practice of associated newspapers and make public its treatment of people who find themselves on the wrong side of a story. Shockingly, allegation. Court documents show that the 7 claimants allege a shocking list of unlawful practices. They include, quote, illegally intercepting voicemail messages, listening into live landline calls, obtaining private information such as itemized phone bill or medical record by deception, or blagging using private investigators to commit these unlawful information gathering acts on their behalf, and even commissioning the breaking and entry into private property. Associated newspapers said the claims are, quote, unsubstantiated and highly defamatory, and based on no credible evidence, the publisher has applied to have the case struck out, saying that the claims, which over allegation as far back as 1993, are time barred under the 6-year statute of limitation. Quote, the claimant have failed to show that they have a real prospect of discharging their burden at trial, and the court should not hesitate to dismiss this stale claim at an early stage, thereby avoiding what will otherwise be a considerable waste of time, cost, and the court resources, the publisher's barrister Adriana Beltramic, KC, argued in written submission to the court. Obviously, they will say that because the thing is against them. And then we have heard a lot of videos of how they actually do some of the illegalities, like Piers Morgan saying how to hack people's phone and all of that back, I believe, early 2000s or something like that. So, of course, they will try to get this dismissed because the burden of proof have been shown so far. And the other thing we need to keep in mind as the case proceeds, hopefully it does goes to trial, keep in mind that Charles and William have already made deal with the paper to prevent Harry from suing. And then you could sort of understand, I think Harry have said also that they were preventing him from pursuing the case. So it's like they cornered Harry to prevent Harry from pursuing the case, and meanwhile time of limitation is reaching closer and closer for it to expire. So it's like they were holding Harry back from pursuing it because the father and the brother were already making a pact with the paper. I hope I'm explaining it correctly. Okay, so all of this, when they're saying time have expired or statute of limitation and all of this, we need to keep in mind that there was a deal, and the other brother had already taken some money from the newspaper to prevent Harry from pursuing the case. Okay, so meanwhile, in real life, okay, in real time, things that in the front, we think that Harry is not pursuing it, but in the background, the secret deal have already made to prevent Harry from pursuing the case. And meanwhile, time is running out, all of this. So we need to keep that in mind. And again, I hope I explained it correctly. So there's more. I'll leave the link in the description. You could finish it. All right. Okay, let's read some of the comment. Because Harry knows whether all the bodies, okay, Harry knows where all the bodies are buried. He no longer under the control of the establishment. The only way that I could see this be thrown out, if there is some stuff that goes in the background. Okay, that's the only thing I could see, because they already pay a whole bunch of people. William already took his money to shut his mouth, so only Harry who's not taking money, and the people who are calling to court. Okay, was it Prince Harry versus MGN? This is in French. Okay, I think you picked the wrong champion for this fight. Okay, I read stories like this with absolutely glee. The piece of Prospect magazine was great too. It will be a great day in this land when Associated Paper will face and retribution, completely toxic enterprise. Hope you guys are hacked off now. You're appreciated. Okay, someone should sue IPS. Yep, I think so too, because they turn a blind eye too many times on a lot of issue. We still don't know what happened to the, because I think there was something regarding that piece. Was this guy, I forgot his name, who wrote that piece regarding Meghan being dragged and all of that. They were supposed to do a review. I never heard anything about it. Okay, someone should sue IPSO. Is that even possible? Go Harry, go. The most dangerous people are those who have nothing left to lose. That's fine. Okay, he didn't invent the will. His brother did. Okay, his brother did it, and one as gave multiple celeb before him. Okay, what does that mean? Okay, he can't keep his story straight. Recollection may vary indeed. Okay, what story are they talking about? Okay, has his case been accepted? There's a laugh. It's about time. There have been noticeable quite a few Meghan and Harry haters on Twitter who've gone very quiet recently. Okay, an investigation of the owners of the Mail and whether they are fit to run a media company and the UK needs to be undertaken. That's for sure. Alright, so let's go to the next tweet. Oh, let's finish this last one. Well, her liability is indicated by the fact that he's suing the Mirror, not the Mail. So, not sure how the Mail's publisher have burned, stopped. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. Okay, this is another article. The link of it will be in the description. Okay, New York Times argues why racist royal family must be dismantled. Andy 100 read it and weep the next time you decide to believe the British tabloid about this beautiful couple. Alright, the link of this article will be in the description. Okay, I go by the action, not by a tabloid. I agree with everything that's written because it's true. Okay, simply the British royal family is an evil institution and it has stayed beyond welcome. It has passed expiring date. It should be abolished at least 200 years ago. Okay, good people with good heart recognize good people with good heart. You got a big one, baby. Okay, 100% correct. There's that. Thumbs up. Thank you, Stella. I honestly don't care about the royal family. Princess Diana was the only bright interval in that sordid history. Okay, so that's it. The link of that article will be in the description. You could read it. Next tweet. I want to go really quick with this recording. Okay, this is the man who are talking about. Okay, let's pause. This is the man we are talking about here. He did what William wanted, then gave him a shiny honor for his contribution and trying to destroy Meghan's life. Okay, that's on Netflix. You will see screenshot.
How do you deal with that?
But so how do we deal with that? Like, how on earth, like,
He works smarter. Like
I know. It's your brother. I'm not gonna say anything about your brother, but it's so obvious. It's like,
It's even more obvious that we'll try and cover that. Again, Jason, the former aide of Meghan and Harry, as opposed to...
that's what I keep saying. I'm like, why are we talking about him as her former aide and not as the person who works for your brother?
That's why I'm not living in a different country. Because all the comms teams basically like try to outdo each other. But this is the contracts.
Oh, she about to fight
between the two institutions working the best they can.
Okay, so it's playing over. Okay, this is the thing. I think I shared it earlier. Prince William award honor to Jason Knauf, former aide who testified against Meghan Markle. So this is who they're making reference here. Okay, Jason Knauf, who tried to undermine Meghan's privacy case. with the media in the UK. Okay, I wonder can they sue their former aide? I think Meghan just wants to be left alone from those people. Okay, they are miserable and try to make Meghan and Harry miserable, and when they were unsuccessful, they try a new tactic. Each time William and Kate get no reaction, they are incensed like any bully. I think that's what's happening. Okay, I like the way everyone in the media noticed that as William gave an honor thing to the guy who came for Meghan. All they were in the story on the terms, the invisible contract is crackling. There's this, LOL, so articulate. This was quite some time ago. I wonder if the honoring of Knauf just after the coronation and before the trial is part of some deal that ensures William further in the current situation. Yeah, what is it? There's one video I remember saying he owed the media some stuff because that was way before I was aware that he took money from the what was said in court. I believe he took money for not suing them, and then he was supposed to suppress Harry from suing. But now that Harry is out of the country, he has no control of Harry, so he's pissed. So they really put, I think, in my humble opinion, they're really putting some pressure on William. I think he's in big trouble with the media. That's the thing. Okay, he promised them something and he cannot deliver, so that he's in big trouble. And Harry has to be very careful, because someone like this will do some very, you know, the person that he thinks he could control, he could do some harm to them. Like I said, and it has been done before. I don't even know how I was aware of this. That was way, I believe in 2020 or something, I did that video. Either 2020 or 2021 I did that video where I realized that he was the backstabber. Okay, so let's see here. Let's go into this. I'm not gonna read all of the comments. Okay, Prince William award honor to Jason Knauf, former aide who testified against Meghan Markle. Okay, so as I'm editing this video and I'm thinking, in my humble opinion, purely humble opinion, I believe this is why there is a possibility they were pushing the sister to call Meghan to court and hopefully go to trial so they could get as many information as possible out of Meghan, so the newspaper could use those information that was said in court on this trial. Do you understand what I mean? So far what we're getting from what is it? I don't know the result of the Florida case, if it's completely done with. Okay, we know so far Meghan is winning. A couple things have been striked out, and they had sent the sister to go review the interview to see if there's something, you know, give her one last chance to prove her case. So we don't know how that goes. At least for me, I don't know. Maybe it's out there already, but I don't know. So the whole purpose of me interrupting this original recording is that I'm getting the sense this is the reason why they probably, or someone, okay, humble opinion, someone probably is pushing the sister to call Meghan to court so they could get some information. All right, so let's get back to the original recording. So there's that. Meghan didn't sue Kensington Palace. They were not subpoenaed by the court. However, they volunteered in 2020 to help the Daily Mail win their case against Meghan. Prince William inserted himself in Meghan's business. That's right. That is right. Yep. You could pause your screen and read that. Okay. The information source gave me include the following. All right. So read that. That's from the trial. And this one,
do you, in your opinion, do you think that Kate and William had approved his decision to do this?
I would put my money on it.
The process would have been, as we know, is that the Mail on Sunday had the ruling against them in February, and they were then appealing it. So it was lawyers from the Mail on Sunday who would have approached Jason Knauf, knowing that these emails and messages existed. That would have been the point unless, I mean, the most likely outcome is that Jason obviously would have then gone to William and Kate, and clearly he has cooperated. He would not have cooperated with those lawyers without their definite knowledge.
Okay. So
you just explain, what was the significance on the witness statement from Ed Verity, better known as Ted Verity?
Ted Verity, the editor of the Mail on Sunday, said in his signed witness statement that he had been given information that helped support Associated's case. He said this information came from a senior palace source, and he said in his witness statement this was, quote, not gossip or tittle-tattle.
What does that mean?
What it means is that a senior figure in the royal household, according to Mail on Sunday, was passing him information in order to help defeat the Duchess's case.
Okay.
You just explain, what was the significance on the witness statement from Ed Verity?
So that was what was going on in court.
And sadly, there's just no way he could have done that without the authority of his bosses.
Mail on Sunday was arguing all the way through this that actually this letter wasn't private because she shared a draft with her former press secretary and she shared some text messages with him.
And let's not forget, she purposely told him, okay, do not share this information. It was between her and him. She literally said that on the text message. Do not share it. And then near the end, this I remember very well, near the end of the conversation, she reaffirmed him again, please do not share that. Okay? So I don't know why he thought this was a good thing to bring to court, because it actually solidified Meghan's case of privacy. Okay? She decided to share it only with him, with Jason. That's it. No one else. And then he gave her advice to include the father and things like that. And if Meghan wants to sue Jason for that, she can. But like one of the comments said, I think Meghan just wants to move on for them to leave her alone.
During the course of those text messages, Meghan said, obviously everything I have drafted is with the understanding that it could leak.
How do we deal with it?
But so how do we deal with that? Like, how on earth, like, he works with his mother. Like, I know. But it's your brother. I'm not going to say anything about your brother, but it's so obvious.
Okay, so it's playing over. So that was the part that pretty much proved Meghan's case. Another thing that came to mind as I'm editing this video is that now that Meghan is being represented by WME, I'm wondering if those defamatory things that people are putting out there against Meghan, that's not true. If WME can call these people to court on behalf of Meghan, because Meghan and Harry have done a lot for their brand and their business by themselves without any outsiders' help. This is not to say people who work for them with Archwell and stuff like that. I'm not talking about that. Okay? So these groups under Archwell, the people who work with like Mandana Daini, I believe that's her name, Mandana Daini. I'm not talking about, let's say, Ben Browning, head of content for Archwell production, or let's say, I think Toya Holmes, press secretary, or Christine Shermer, head of PR, or James Holt, executive director for Archwell Foundation. I'm not talking about them. They all fall under Meghan and Harry. Let's consider them as one when talking about Harry and Meghan creating their brand by themselves. Okay? So they all are one under the umbrella of Archwell. So what I mean is that Archwell, the group, all these people that I've mentioned, probably some I don't mention, and Meghan and Harry, they bring up their brand within that group by themselves. Now that WME, which is an outsider, a bigger company, a huge global company, is now representing this group, Archwell, with all those people under the umbrella that works for Harry and Meghan, is representing them now, globally now. Can WME call anyone who have defamed Meghan and they represent Meghan, or they call those people on court on behalf of Meghan? Because it's a constant, non-stop of BS, nonsense, untruth stuff that is being put out there against Meghan. Okay, this is my question now. I'm wondering, can WME call people who have defaming Meghan on behalf of Meghan? Because now they're representing Harry and Meghan, Archwell, and all of that. I believe they do, and they represent them in all areas. I'll just look at the screen as I'm editing this. I think they represent Archwell under all areas. So if they're putting people are trying to taint or defame Meghan, which will affect their brand, okay, can WME call these people to court? That's my question now, because I think Harry and Meghan, they keep on fighting so much ever since they've been together. They keep on fighting. They've done a lot by themselves. Okay, they've done a lot by themselves. Obviously, there are people, little people. When I mean little people, the lawyers, the people who work under them, who help them achieve the success. But Harry and Meghan are the front of everything. So, like what the Royal and Jason Knauf have done, and all of that, smeared their name. So they have done a lot by themselves. Okay, so my question now is, can WME, who is now globally, who have the resources and all the, all sort of power to call these people to court because they are defaming their brand, their asset, because Harry and Meghan are their asset now, because I don't know, okay? It's a huge deal for them, okay? So this is my question now. I'm just pondering, and I don't know, because Harry and Meghan, there's so much they want to do. All they want to do is just do the charity work, put on the time and work and all of that. But so many people are distracting them, and they don't have time to keep on calling everybody to court. Look at what the sister just did. Okay, they don't have time for this. So this is my dilemma right now. Can WME now, who is representing Harry and Meghan, Archwell, and everything like that, can they call those people to court who's defaming their client? That's my question now. Okay, so that's it. Let's get back to the original recording. Okay, him and his wife are shameless. This is when they were celebrating that during the trial thing, and they think they did a good job. So hey, Meghan won. Okay, going for royal aide who accused Meghan of bullying. Duke and Duchess of Sussex XPR chief Jason Knauf is made lieutenant of the Royal Victorian Order. Each time he keeps on doing evil things for them, they promote him. Wow. Okay, they all are baggage for God. Okay, let's see here. Prince Harry's stories came from members of royal family. Daily Mirror publisher claims in court. Prince Harry's stories came from members of the royal family, but he doesn't. He's telling the court, you wrote this, you snooping into my business. So it's up to the papers to prove themselves and said, no, we didn't snoop into your thing. Your family was giving us information about you. So the royal family is gonna have to be put to trial. Okay, this guy is showing his true color. Okay, the loyalty. If only he had the same loyalty for his mother and his brother. Who what is it? This one I cannot see. Right, after what's here, that's it. William Parker Bowles is like his parents. He is a bully. William Parker Bowles. Okay, Lord Diana's ex-son is even more evil than his father. He insulted Diana's, calling her a liar and a paranoid.
That BBC employees lied and used fake documents to obtain the interview with my mother. made lurid and false claims about the royal family, which played on her fears and fueled paranoia.
And paranoid. He betrayed his brother. He threatened Archie and Meghan. He takes money from Murdoch. And today, this, wow. Yep, that's right. My goodness, at least he's no longer hiding that he was behind the Smith campaign and Knauf was following his orders. Gary William is a traitor. He sent his PR dogs and one time working for Meghan to attack and destroy Meghan. But Knauf was never working for Meghan or Harry. He was like the secretary for both when they were under the umbrella of what's the name of the foundation. Okay, so he was pretty much working for William. So they only put him to be like the eyes and ears under Meghan's business, so they could plot stuff against her, pretty much the same way they did with his what's that lady who is William's godmother, okay, who was supposed to help Meghan and all of that. What's her name? The one who did with Sister Place. Oh, I can't remember her name. I think I have a picture somewhere. But the same thing, okay? To be eyes and ears in Meghan's business so they could plot against her. That's all they were. They were a mold within Meghan and Harry's circle so they could know what's going on so they could plot against them. Okay? But Harry and Meghan was not having it. Okay, William is a traitor. He said, okay, I read this. If evil, jealous, racist, hateful Prince William does this to his brother and his sister-in-law, what? Well, let's just say to his brother. Forget about Meghan because we already know how they feel about Meghan, but his own flesh and blood brother. So he's doing that. Just imagine what else he could do to other people. What will he do to you, peon subject, who worship and bow to his idolatry, the crown? Harry and Meghan buried their baby because of evil, jealous, racist, and hate. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. There's more comment, but let's move on. So it's like 2 tweets and 1. What they retweeted. Okay, so that's this here. My favorite headlines of the day. Alright, Prince Harry prepares to turn the screw on Charles, Camilla, William, and Court. Okay, there's that by Tom Syke. Okay, he is peddling the insult insinuation that Omid is some kind of cheerleader for Prince Harry and Princess Meghan because he doesn't ride the hate train like the rest of the royal brother. Oh, is that what this article is saying? I don't like Tom Syke, which is why, okay, I don't like to his stuff, but the headline was amazing. Okay, is that the same thing that I saw earlier that I started? No, there was something. Okay, if I have the link of this, I'm gonna remove it. Okay, I think it's one of those articles that I say I'm not gonna read, but whatever, let me not waste time. Tom Sykes knows what Charlie, Camilla, and William have done to Harry. Okay, Tom is a a-hole. I don't like him or his coverage, but in this case, he's right. Okay, so far not even close to. Okay, this one I cannot see. Oh, it's an account are black. Let's see what she said. Okay, that's still one of the funniest. I say, bah, I think Howell will be the one who'll be screwed and caught. There's a possibility, as much as this, you know, you could see from a hater perspective, but if the court is being done things in the back, okay, money is being transferred, there's a possibility, because when you hear the thing that's going on, let's say similar to what happened to Johnny Depp, okay, so there's a possibility when you go to court, you call somebody to court, you just never know how the judge feel about certain thing, when in fact they should only stick to the law. Many of them don't stick to the law, they stick to who's their favorite. Okay, so there's a possibility that might happen. Okay, even though Harry might prove his case over and over, just like Johnny Depp did. He proved his case over and over in the UK trial, but he still lose when it comes with the tabloid. Alright, so far not even close to true. He already got an apology. You wish the worst, but you won't get it. You just never know. I agree with both of them, okay, but when it comes to court, you just never know. Okay, or this is the owner of the mirror. All right, let's go to the next tweet. When there's money being transferred, you know, with powerful people, you know, so you just never know. Okay, imagine the royal family thanking Piers. Piers Morgan claims several royals have thanked him after he repeatedly said he doesn't believe Meghan Markle. Yeah, what is it at the extra? I have that something Bush, the interview he did. Okay, with what's his name? Bush. That's his last name. I only remember.
You heard from anyone in the palace thanking you for the, you know, serious defense of them?
I've had some messages communicated to me on behalf of several members of the royal family.
Upper level
We're very
people?
grateful that. Well, I'm not going to go into who it was, but what I would say is gratitude that somebody was standing up for them.
There he is here. Okay, sadly I can. Both are tragedies. Okay, same. Alright, I absolutely can imagine it. I'm interested to know who, but I can make a very educated guess. There's that. Okay, we saw this. Alright, let's see. Just maybe Piers Morgan has people in high authorities supporting him. That is why, just maybe. That's the thing. Okay, this is the same thing that I'm saying. You just never know, especially when things go to court. And what I've seen happen with Johnny Depp, with his case in the UK. Alright, so it was against the newspaper. It wasn't against Amber Heard. It was against the newspaper. So when it comes with the newspaper, for some reason, I don't know. In the UK, it seems like they're the one who controlled everything that happened in the UK. But they seem to settle a lot of cases out of court. Look at the other brother. Alright, he took his portion. Okay. Who was the British royal members at Kensington Royal and Royal Family who thanked Piers Morgan for racially harassing and racially abusing Meghan Markle. Okay, he's making Harry's case. Okay, he is so smug about it. Piers was so emboldened that he thought it perfectly okay to say it loud that the royal family approved it for his disgusting, revolting daily bullying of the Sussexes, particularly Meghan, because he knows all his bases are covered. When nothing cannot touch him, he feel like it was okay. Alright, if they can hug him, then yeah. Okay, I will put it past Camilla when they're having one of their lunches. Okay, thank you so much. There's that. I wonder who. Okay, receipt, whatever. Okay, after this, that's it. Prince William, Camilla Parker Bowles, and the racist royal family are all in bed with phone hackers like Piers Morgan, who hacked the phone of deceased children's family, vile people, the lot of them. Okay, I will not believe Piers Morgan. If he told me grass was green, I will have to check. Okay, this was about Meghan's mental health. He said he didn't believe her. Let's hope he is asked the name them while under oath. I mean, he's gonna try his best not to say a damn thing, but I don't know. If it's between him and jail time, I don't know, maybe he might spill the bin. Next week. Okay, Carrier Tubman thought she was special till she was told to wear plastic flower as a tiara for the coronation day. That's the laugh. Karma does have a sense of humor. Okay, let's see here. Reveal how Prince Charles told Meghan not to wear a lavish tiara at her first overseas state dinner because she will look extravagant. On the same night, Kate Dazzle and Diamond. I don't know. I have to say thank God to Meghan for always being humble to herself where these things don't drive her nuts. Because, I mean, not out of jealousy or anything, but the pettiness of those people. That's all. Alright, but here, she has to wear a plastic thing. Whew, okay, baby, the derangers are rattled. Okay, pretend to be shocked. Okay, the plastic flower humiliation was the only thing that made the coronation worthwhile, if only for a minute. Okay, as though Meghan expected to wear a tiara, the woman knew nothing of tiaras then, and she doesn't now. Okay, what? Okay, as though Meghan expected to wear a tiara, okay, that woman knew nothing of tiaras then, and she doesn't now. Okay, girl misses wearing one. What can you say? Okay, if she was humble and nice toward Meghan years ago, maybe Karma would have been kind to her. Okay, these people are obsessed with tiaras and balconies. That is true. Meghan is American. She's lived her whole life without all of that. This is what I was saying. Thank God she humbled herself. Okay, it didn't phase her. Okay, she can buy her own tiara, and she has multiple balconies in Montecito. I hope with this coronation over, that is true. I don't know why I find this very funny, but it's true. Okay, she can buy her own tiara, and she has multiple balconies in Montecito. I hope with this coronation over, they'll shut up about it. It is true. I really don't understand what the hell with the balcony. With the balcony. What the hell is with the balcony? Oh my God. But it's true. I agree with her. I hope with this coronation over, they'll shut up about it. Royal family will continue to brief British media about Harry and Meghan so they can keep their scandal at bay. Meghan haters, who are mostly Kate and William fans, British media, royal rats, they all depend on Meghan and Harry financially. This happened after Meghan said no to the coronation. Oh my Lord. What in the name? How many? 44. Is that the same one? It seems like it's the same list as even way before the coronation. I don't know if this is true though. If this list is true though. Alright, let's see here. Kate Cole. I mean, they probably wrote a lot of article about her, but this specific list, I'm not gonna read all of it. It's very small anyway, because a while back someone came up with a list and put it somewhat like this and screenshot. So I'm wondering if it's the same. I don't have it saved somewhere for me to check it with that one, so there's a possibility this may not be after the coronation. Okay, is that what she said? This happened after Meghan said no to the coronation. So I don't know. Okay. Kate could be dressed in a band bag and still look more elegant than yet. Oh, please. Please. Okay. Everything Meghan wears is sold out. Okay. It's sold out. So I don't know what you're talking about. The Stepford white kind of clothes. Okay, and yet she can look at this. Okay, and yet she can sell out anything she wears because she has a tomboy figure. There's this, so whatever. Let me move on. Next tweet. Okay. Seeing as we all had to loudly pledge allegiance to the king, shall we all loudly apologize to Prince Harry as a nation? Everyone free 2 p.m. Saturday? Great. Looking forward to do that. I will be out tomorrow. I plan on going to see my mom and my mother-in-law before Mother's Day. Okay? When Prince Harry released Spare, Royal Rota was swearing up and down they don't receive briefing from the royal family. Now that the case is in court and money and their job are at stake, they are now pointing their fingers at the firm. Alright, so let's see this. Okay, Prince Harry's stories came from members of royal family, Daily Mirror publisher claim in court. Prince Harry himself has previously spoken about leaks from within the firm, commenting in his book Spare that members of the royal family briefed the press. Harriet Sinclair. Claire does this. Instead, it was claimed some of the information and the articles came from members of Harry's own family as well as from other sources. The legal document seen by Yahoo News state, quote, many came from information disclosed by or on behalf of royal household or members of the royal family. Prince Harry himself has previously spoken about alleged leak from within the firm, claiming in his book Spare that members of the royal family briefed the press against one another. Let's see here. Harry specifically claimed that Queen Camilla leaked royal stories to improve her own image. Charles and Camilla married in 2005. Prince Harry claimed Camilla briefed the press to make herself look better. There's no return from that. Alright, there's this. I'm free. There's a clap. Maybe if you lot had done that for his mother, she will still be alive. Okay, well said. I never pledge any allegiance to the king. Not my king. Yep, there's the thumbs up. There's that. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. Oops, what did I do? Alright, I pressed something. There's this. Alright, next tweet. Prepare for a weekend of dragging, not seeing since the sexiest bald man alive poll. I just hope people spare the child. Right, I posted something positive about Meghan and all the trolls came out. I had to delete the post and black. Okay, next time don't delete, just restrict comments, hide the black. Right, let's see here. It's such an unserious photo. It looks so bizarre. It really does look like someone had a king and queen party and everyone taking pictures with the birthday boy. And the birthday boy is the oldest one pictured. I'm confused now. Okay, what is going on? Yeah, what is going on? Okay, is this about a certain someone attending the FA Females Cup final? If that person, I'm so here for it. Okay, what's going on? Okay, I'm a bit confused here. This started here. Prepare for a weekend of dragging, not seeing since the sexiest ball alive poll. I just hope people spare. I don't know if it has about the other brother, but let's leave that alone. I don't want to try to figure out while I'm recording. Next tweet. Maybe when I'm editing, if I do, I'll insert my thought. Okay, I wonder what Prince Archie has done that causes his grandfather to want preventing him from inheriting his father's title in due course. Why should Prince Archie be betrayed differently from every other firstborn son of a peer? What could it be about? Okay, there's me here. I was just making a joke because he got his foot dirty while he was having too much fun with his mama. I don't know what to say. I was just joking in that one. Okay, all his grandchildren should be treated equally. I really think the royal family is uncomfortable with having a biracial family. It's sad and disgusting. I mean, by now we should not be surprised. Okay, we should not be surprised. We know their intention. They're making it clear, loud and clear. Okay, he said Duke of Edinburgh won't go to Edward's son either. And this is just to, well, let's think about that. Okay, it's the Queen who gave Harry the title. It wasn't him. So what is it? The Duke of Edinburgh, he is the one who gave it to his brother. So he probably could have a say on that. But the Queen did not restrict any of that. Okay? So I don't know. But we already know the tactic. Maybe the reason he did that is because of, was it? He started giving the hint about his brother. What's his name? Edward. The title he gave Edward. It was expected anyway. Okay, it was expected the title to go to his brother, but the Queen didn't do it. But what the Queen did, however, is give Harry the title. So I don't think Charles should have any say on the title that Harry has. But either way, okay, I'm just speaking in terms of common sense regarding the title. But in true reality, we don't care. We don't care. Okay, so if Charles wants to be petty, he will get his karma eventually. And then if the UK don't see anything wrong with all those nonsense that he's doing, just think about it. In the future, whenever there is, when it comes to democracy, the US is going to some stuff itself, but we're fighting to make sure we keep our democracy. But when everything is said and done, anyone around the world, when they're looking for support in terms of democracy, who they call upon? Okay, they're looking for America to help them. So that's all I'm saying. But Duke of Edinburgh was created by KFC3 as a lifetime peerage only. Those don't pass on. The Duke of Sussex was created by Queen Elizabeth to be an hereditary and should be passed down until the, look at this, this is exactly what I was saying. This is exactly what I was saying, but this person is saying much better than I was explaining. Okay, and should be passed down until they are no male heir in that line. Harry has a male heir. That's what I'm saying too. Okay, the Queen gave it to Harry, so Charles has no say on that. But whatever he gave, that's where he has a say on. Okay, that's probably another made-up lie by tabloid. That's possible. Okay, let's go to the next tweet. Now I'm almost done. It's about little fashion here. Okay, I have 4 more after that. Oh, and I have Dr. Schiller, probably a little bit more serious. Okay, so that's here. Markle wields some serious fashion power. In 2018, Women's Wear Daily reported that when you add up media exposure, social media impressions, and actual sales, quote, the net present value of brands that Markle endorses is estimated to be $212.1 million. Wow. how outdoor chic hit the mainstream. The Duchess of Sussex was snapped in 130-pound walking boots, which then flew off shelves, and she's just the latest celebrity to embrace Gobcore. That's that. Okay, hiking is on a trail in the woods, not going around the local park. Okay, if the park has trail and woods, it is. WME must be so hyped. There's a laugh. Folks may finally get the merch they desire. Okay, WME knows they've landed a goal in signing Duchess Meghan. Okay, she's a money magnet. She should definitely have her own clothing line. Okay, I hike twice a month. My hiking boots are falling apart. Time for some Meghan Sparkle boots. Okay, I think she should go into fashion. She will become a billionaire in 6 months. Okay, so there's more. Let's move on. Next tweet. Okay, that's another fashion tweet here. Breaking news from WME on Meghan's next project. A source at WME indicates that the Duchess of Sussex has a lot in the works. While not committing to those details in print quite yet, several breadcrumbs have been dropped. Okay, let's see here. Spottable. And Meghan's rumored project roster fills up more each week. A possible relaunch of her lifestyle blog. Oh, very interesting. Well, when you think about it, Meghan rumored project and sources, these are the keyword. It's not true. Okay, Harry and Meghan don't deal with this type of thing. If they wanted to say something, whoever is representing them, WME, will come out and say it, or Harry and Meghan from Archetype, their spokesperson, would have said. So no, I don't believe this. The Tig, a potential memoir of her own. The memoir, I will not be surprised. I will not be surprised because she has to tell her story. Okay, and then she's gonna be very careful of how she said and not to mention any names. Okay, a new Netflix documentary that will take her and Harry to South Africa, and as Page 6 report, a second season of her Spotify podcast, Archetype. Last year, Meghan told Variety she was interested in making romantic comedies. Don't we miss them? I miss them so much, she told the outlet. Okay, Harry and Meghan don't speak to source. Lies, lies, lies. The piece is not negative, which is why I share it. It sounds fun and excited. I'm going with the lies because we all know they don't deal in sources, and there are zero leaks in Montecito. Okay, I shared because it's not negative piece. Sound nice and a bit too wishful thinking. Alright, so we just never know. Okay, whatever it is, make your own judgment. It came under my timeline. You make your judgment. Okay. Next tweet. Okay, this is my oh no, I have one more. Okay, oh wow, there's more read. So she retweeted that. Okay, from one human to another. Harry, if you ever read this, I genuinely hope your words do not fall onto deaf ears. Thank you for the tears I cried while reading this, and thanks for sharing. Spare. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna read the comment here and then go into this, and I won't come back out again. Okay, I listened to Spare in my car over the course of several months, often driven by and through Montecito, where I had a project this year. I will always wave and wish a blessing on Harry and his family. Happy he shared his truth and that they found some peace here. All right, so let's go into that. She retweeted that. Okay, Hugh, I love this review. So that's a review. She took a, oh damn, I love this picture of him. Let me bookmark this. Maybe that'll be the picture for the thumbnails. Okay, let's read the review. Oh my lord, this is very small. Okay, I've never had more than a passing curiosity about the Queen of England or the family. In fact, I was deep into my adolescence before I even knew about Prince William and Prince Harry. And it never occurred to me that perhaps the Queen's husband might have still been alive at the time of my discovery. Even now, it's very much about nothing for me. Even with all the controversy of the last decade involving the two sons and their respective spouses, I never care about any of more than a simple, oh well, I guess it's interesting, that the issue with having one's whole life on display is a spectacle for the unimaginative. I'd rather capture my musings in the pages of the book rather than magazine. All the ill side, I'm not a fan of institution. They breed corruption. that isn't just a criticism of monarchy, but rather overreaching one of all institutions, education, media, businesses, churches, hospitals, etc. The problem at the end of the day is simple: greed. You just can't trust people with any sort of power. I've been in a leader position. No sane person who value life stay in power long. That's for sure. There are more important endeavor after all. Love, for example. I do not typically read autobiographies or nonfiction. In fact, I purposefully shy away from this sort of things. Who wants to waste time of some pompous self-indulgence? Not me. Maybe I'm too judgmental. In any case, I succumb to my baser and inquisitive nature, spur on my recent viewing of the Queen Charlotte on Netflix. Haha, I know. And I've been seeing Harry's book everywhere. Was it subliminal? Was it? Okay, it's very small. I'm trying to make good of it. Okay. Alas, it's often happened that I jump onto bandwagon last minute and find myself admonishing my stubborn refusal to conform with the masses. There's a reason popular thing or popular. Okay, I saw it sitting on a shelf at work. I flipped to the end. It is a sacred practice of mine. I love to know how things end before I start them. Okay, it is worth the journey. Okay, I happened upon some lines where Harry is reminiscent about his granny. I felt my eyes started to sting with with hot tears right there in the aisle at work. You see, I lost my grandmother a year. Someone who was pivotal to my life, gone. His word hit me in a place I now avoid. They resonate with me. They suddenly made this. All right. Oh my God, this thing is very small. How's the next one? Is that? Oh my God. Okay, since I started. Whew. Okay, grandmother a year. Someone who was pivotal to my life, gone. His word. Okay, that's the thing I just read. So is it? I decided. Okay. They resonate with me. They suddenly made this Prince human to me. I decided to read the whole damn thing. Okay, so I did. I also read the commentary on it as well. People are so funny and what they focus on. It has to be a matter of perspective. So many people were caught up in the tell-all of the book. It is a tell-all. It didn't read that way to me. In fact, it seems overwhelmingly focused on grief. Harry's lost a good many people, some to tragic ends and some to perhaps the worst fate. Plain old pride, that too, hit me square in the chest. Anyone who's been hurt by family knows how keenly the disappointment and their burns. Oh my God, this is very small. Okay, and that burn. Anyone who's been hurt by family knows how keenly the disappointment and then burn you when, despite your better judgment, you were willing to put your faith into them until the end, and they prove the faith misplaced again and again. It is really too much to expect the people you care for will also care for you in the same way. If only you could understand one another. Okay, I don't care about the press or the royal family. I don't even care how much people may think this is all true or not true. What I think is true, what leaps out of each page at me over and over, is the grief placed into the heart of Harry. Okay, it's a familiar grief to my own. It's a grief that has taken on many forms throughout my life, but started young. It's not exactly comfort I felt while reading this, though the word did seem to pass effortlessly before my eyes. Maybe a little less lonely for knowing that despite everything he's managed to forge ahead, I can too. All right, there's the truth and loss. You see the reality of people. They either become the absolute scum of the earth or they fill your heart with such unspeakable joy. It makes me think of when I became hyper fixated on September 11 and learned about the evacuation of New York City, which became a largest boat evacuation since Duncan. A fact I think Harry will find interesting to know. I watched this documentary about it and cried. at how many people showed up to rescue those people. The largest evac in history, 500,000 people, all in 9 hours. See, people have such capacity for compassion. That's what I sometimes think about when the pessimism strike. This book will be a reminder now too. All right, I'm not gonna read the other one. This is too small for me. I had a hard time to read, but there it is. Pause your screen and read it. Okay, but I'll finish read it on my own. All right. Okay, I'll bite the bullet. Look everywhere. Can't find out who ate the author of said review. Any idea? Okay, it's on Goodreads. I no longer include the author, so the Rangers don't find it and start spending their comment with vitriol. Okay, I see what she just grabbed the comment without the person's, whoever made the comment, so they don't go. That's the way those derangers are. When anybody say anything positive about Harry and Meghan, they go and try to harass them. Wow, if review could be rated, this one get 4 stars. Is it 4? 5 stars. Like, wow. Okay, this part really got me. Why have I never heard about the boat lift to evacuate people from Manhattan in 9/11? Now I have to read it. Yeah, what is it? That day I was supposed to go to New York City. I could have been right under the subway of World Trade Center. My laziness. That day I was lazy. Okay, stay in bed, and then next thing when I got up, turn on the TV, and then I saw what was happening. Okay, this part really got to me. What? Okay, what did it say? There's the truth and loss. You see the reality of people. They either become the absolute scum of the earth, or they fill your heart with such unspeakable joy. It makes me think of when I became fixated on September 11 and learned about the evacuation of New York City, which became the largest boat evac. Okay, I just read that. I remember reading it. Okay, after this, that's it. Okay, yes. Most honest review I've read to date. However, the Sussex Squad space following the book launch were also quite open and honest, with members from across the globe sharing personal experiences. There were lots of tears and a lot of grief and a lot of honesty. Okay, I thought I was the only one who read the end of the book first, then the first chapter. Okay, wow, what an excellent review. This comparison between Spare and Great Gatsby is pretty interesting. All right, there it is. Pause your screen and that's it. Let me go to the next tweet, and this is my last. Okay, I would the link first instead of the comment. All right, I need to fix that. Next tweet, and this is my last one. This is Dr. Schuller. If member of the royal family saw Harry under the bus to British press, betraying him, invading his privacy for years, but now have the audacity to act like victims, that's called a cesspit of morally bankrupt, backstabbing, messy, pretentious hypocrites. Prince Harry was right all along. Okay, Prince Harry's story came from members of the royal family. If I remember I had this, I would have put it with the other one. Okay, so I'm not gonna go to the comment section. I'm pretty sure she's gonna get some hate, because Dr. Schuller always get hate thing on her post, and she knows how to deal with them and just ignore. So let's do a prayer. Okay, I guess I'm really tired. That's why I don't want to read anymore. All right, prayer for what? The word support came to me. Prayer for support, and what should we say? Support, and let's do, I don't know, the word light also came to me, for people to see the light, the true things that's happening, because the tabloid, the media is blinding them from reality. Let's put light and see what happened. And light, anything? Okay, prayer service on light. God, your light is the commencement of culmination of creation. From now until forever, you are the light of life. You invite us to walk in your light and become lights to the world as we do so. Revive our hearts. So sing, quote, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Funnily enough, this is one of the songs that in Harry and Meghan's wedding. All right, let's pick this. Okay, Lord, we come to you today to pray for our closest friend and companions on this earth. We pray that you give them the strength to overcome their battles as well as the insight to help us overcome ours. You know, Jesus, that this world can be tough, and we just ask your guidance hand to work in through us to say, do, and be exactly who you need us to be to guide each other back to your light. That's for sure. Alright, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. And also, my Shopify store is open. Go check it out. The link is in the description. And don't forget to check my other channel, Our Part of Service. It's another channel that I created to highlight only the Sussex's charities, the charities that they've worked with or they have highlighted in some capacities. So far, I have a couple charities I've already highlighted, but I plan on doing much more. There's a lot of charities. And unlike this channel, NPYTE, where I share tweets every day, but this channel, at least I'll try to do at least once a week. All right, so go check it out.
Archie and Lily. Please welcome my incredible husband, Prince Harry of the Kingdom.
This is the future.
Okay, so that's it.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.
You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.